Okay, Angela, you won, so there's your prize.
Thank you, Geek. What's episode 52 gonna be about, Geek? How about an episode about Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's, huh? Yeah, I think I can do Five Nights at Freddy's. The Geek again. I think we're on episode 52. It's been a long run so far. And there have been a lot of lulls, and I'm sorry about that, but we're not here to talk about that. Because the show's back on track. We're getting set up again, and look, this is my little editing area. Got a new computer set up just for the show, which set me back a lot. And as you can see by my lack of funds, this is my new photo tent, which materials and everything cost me about $5 put together. Today we're going to look at some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Now, if you haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a video game which in under, I want to say within a year or within 2 years, 4 or 5 games have come out. 4 of the main series and then an RPG which really had nothing to do with the core story. But I will never play this game. Never. I hate jump scares. And it's not that it's a bad game, it's just not for me. But the story is what gets me interested. I am a sucker for a good mystery. And that's why my fandom for Five Nights at Freddy's, it has grown as it has. I've watched some of the YouTube shows. My favorite shows, which I will link, are the Did You Know Gaming stuff, I want to say the Game Theory. That one really got me involved. And then the completionist stuff. I really like the Game Theory stuff the most because that helps me to try to understand the lore, and it doesn't force you to accept any one thing. It's just Matt has personal opinions on how the story goes and educated guesses and things like that. And for the most part, they seem pretty spot on. And then my little sister got me into Markiplier, who she has determined to marry someday. And one day, me and my little sister were wandering around the Mall of America, which we do once in a while. We need to get out and do stuff. We're bored. We just go out to the Mall of America and just walk around, see what we can't afford and things like that. And we walked into GameStop one day and we found this. Five Nights at Freddy's blind bag keychains. Their official title is the Five Nights at Freddy's Collector Clips. And these are really interesting. I think they're awesome. Me and my little sister saw these, went nuts, ended up buying out the store. So much so that they gave us the empty box. I think we ended up buying, I want to say, at least 10 to 15 of these on our first drop. And that's expensive. They're like between $5 and $7 a pop. So to buy a lot of them as we did, I owed my sister a lot of money for a while. But anyway, it was a fun collection. She and I collected it together for a while. We would trade what we have, and what we got doubles of, we would give to friends. And we got really sick of Chica really friggin' quick. But I really enjoyed this little line. it's a casual collection that you can get into, and they're still available now. I would recommend looking for them at Target or Walmart in that little section by the registers where they sell the trading cards and stuff like that. And they sell a bunch of other stuff. They sell plushies. If you look at Hot Topic, those range between $20 and $40, and I really wish I could afford some of those. And then they have these bigger collector's clip things that aren't blind bags. You can buy them, and for these, they have the core original characters from the first game. There's Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, Foxy, and the one I picked out, Golden Freddy. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the blind bags. So, let's use my brand new photo tent and take a look at what we got. Okay guys, here we go. We're going to show them off one at a time. But we'll use our model here first for the overview of what we're looking at. This is original Chica. Okay. There we go. So yeah, these are just figurines. There's nothing really to talk about in terms of articulation. And they're really like kind of chibi versions of the characters, but I just love them so much. All their clips look exactly the same, and I think it's maybe meant to look kind of like Foxy's clip. I don't know if I'm just grasping at straws there, but I don't know. But I love the detail of the artwork. You can see on Chica, for example, the gaps where the mechanisms for the animatronics are showing up. But you can see where the little notches where the robotics would be showing off. And if you look really close, I can't believe I'm going to move her again. You can see the Let's Eat thing, the bib on her chest. So let's move her over there. And now, for a kind of comparison, we have Toy Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now this one likes to stand, apparently. And it's really weird to see the difference between these two. Now, again, I haven't really played the games, but I've seen gameplay, not an extensive amount. But it didn't really occur to me how different these two were. For example, her hands look more movable, like she looks more detailed on like movement and stuff like that. Her eyes are definitely different, and she does not have a beak. And somewhere in the story, that's a big deal. There's supposed to be some sort of plot realization involving that in the story, but I am apparently too slow to figure out why. So that's all for the Chicas. Let's move her back. Oh, and I forgot. This Chica also has a bib and a cupcake. Let's do Bonnie. So here's regular Bonnie. At least I think this one is regular Bonnie. And again, we got the same stuff here. Chibi version. This one's harder to tell the gaps for animatronic stuff, but they're definitely there, at least in the knees. He's got the little bow tie and the very angry expression. Yeah, this one's definitely the original, and I'll tell you why I can tell that in a minute. Other than, what was the other reason? Alright, well, other than the fact that this one has a guitar, I've just now realized, and I don't know why it took me this long to notice this, all the toy versions have rosy cheeks, which kind of creeps me out more than them just being animatronics. But yeah, this one's got a guitar. He looks just as happy as the other one. It's a slightly lighter shade of blue, and rosy cheeks and a bow tie too. And again, they all have the same clips. They all look exactly the same. Let's do one of my favorite characters. And again, there are so many different characters in this series. It's just amazing to me. So we got Foxy. And this one's a little different because, like, in most interpretations I've seen of Foxy, his legs are almost completely robotic, but here they're furry. Like, they didn't, like, maybe somebody behind the scenes was like, well, it's not cute enough, so let's give him fox legs, and that doesn't make sense to me. But I just love the idea of this character having an eye patch and a hook for a hand, and you can definitely tell the fur has been peeled away to make way for the robotics underneath, and that's just a fun little attention to detail there. And then we got his toy counterpart, which is the Mangle. Now this one I'm a little disappointed with. It's definitely great sculpting and everything like that, and I feel like they could have gone a little farther with this one, mostly because, well, he's got a tail, but mostly because, like, he's supposed to have like a second head, and he's supposed to be this amalgamation of parts that kids were putting together because they couldn't keep the kids off of him. But he just looks like another animatronic, and I just feel like they didn't go as far as they could have, like they have with some of the others on this. And then here's another toy character. We've got Balloon Boy. And I don't know what's going on with Balloon Boy. Is this supposed to be where he was holding the balloons and they were fake balloons and they ripped off or something? And this Balloon Boy character creeps me out a lot more than most of the other characters in this. But it's still a good attempt. I really like the beanie hat with the twirler on it. And then this is my favorite one. This one was one of the hardest ones for me to get. And I was so happy when I finally found him. This is the puppet. Potentially the very first haunted animatronic. And I don't know why, but this is the one character I mostly want to learn about. But he's definitely highly detailed, just like the others. He's got the weird striped shirt outfit on. I really, I don't know why he's got lips. That's kind of strange to me. Or cheeks. Did the puppet even have cheeks? I don't know. But he's got the tear stains, and that's really what makes me happiest about this character. And just, like, the whole lore around him. And then here's the star of our game. This is Freddy. And like the others, he's really highly detailed. You can really see the gaps in the joints where the animatronic shows. And I like how he's got the microphone and the top hat. But one thing that's weird to me is, like, they're all really angry. And I don't know if I like that, because they're animatronics. They're not really supposed to have facial features. But maybe that's part of the whole chibi look. These hooks are really hard for displaying purposes. There we go. And then the character who I feel is the most notable one of note is Golden Freddy. Now, if you take a look between the two Freddys, and all the same characters, like the Foxy and the Mangle, the Bonnie and Toy Chica and Toy Chica, they are not sculpts of each other. Like, they didn't take they didn't take the Freddy and change the coloring and make him Golden Freddy. These are all individual artworks. There are no duplicates. And Golden Freddy is very perfect for his character. He looks lifeless, yet he still looks pissed. He's got an ear missing, no eyes, robotic hand. I almost wish, the only problem I have with Golden Freddy is I kind of wish he was set in a sitting position. But other than that, and some minor gripes, except maybe Mango, I think these things are amazing, and I'm insanely happy that I have the whole set. So that's the Five Nights at Freddy's Collector Clip Blind Bag Toys. I have the entire run, and I think my little sister does too. She might be missing one. It was a lot of fun finding these figures. I found the last two at Anime Detour in Minneapolis this year. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they have a local swap meet over there. And those are a lot of fun because you're never going to know what you're going to find, but you know you'll find something you like. So it's really entertaining and fun for me to look around and see junk I don't care about anymore, throw it in a box, and go out there and trade this stuff for stuff you really enjoy. I've gotten 2 handheld gaming systems in the last 2 years. I've collected the last 2 pieces I needed for this collection. I've gotten video games, movies, manga. Jeez, what else? I know I got a lot of awesome stuff this year. I got a couple t-shirts. It's a lot of fun, but it's over for this year. Next year, I think, let's see, it's every March, or maybe early April. It's a lot of fun, and so's collecting these, and I can't wait to get to the next episode. So, until next time, this is the Geek saying good journey.